My name is Sharon Hoskins, and this is
Tonja McClain.
And we are the co-ambassadors for Black Girls Run. And you don't let the name fool you. It's women, and you don't have to be black. So,
and you don't have to run.
And you don't have to run. So yeah, there you go. All levels, starting from walking, moving up to wogging, and jogging, and then running. So we'll talk more about that in a little bit, but we just want to welcome you here today. We're happy to pair up with First Lady Hall in the village of Hempstead to offer this during Women's History Month, and we hope that you get a lot out of today. Some of the other things that are going to be happening is we have health screenings going on with our nurse, Sherry James. Yay, Sherry. And her assistant, her mom, Mama Rose, who is our #1 cheerleader in Black Girls Run. And we have several classes going on this afternoon. We have yoga, we have Afrobics, and we have Zumba, and a cardio fit class by our resident Katrina Brown, who walked in at just the exact right time. And we have tables set up outside that you saw. We have some caterers coming to show you some healthy eating ideas and tips. And we also have a raffle every hour. We will be having raffles every hour. So if you stick around all day, you increase your chances of winning. So please do that. I want to introduce Kim Page over here. Her Lifestyle by Kim. She's here to also give some healthy eating tips so you can have a great and wonderful lifestyle. Do you want to say a word? Or
Hi, my name is Kim Page.
I'm just standing here so you can get the mic.
Oh, okay. And I do Lifestyles by Kim. I do meal planning, personalized meal planning, and just to let you know that it's not a trend, it's a lifestyle, and you can just change your life one step at a time, just healthy transitioning. Great to see you.
Thank you. I like that. It's not a trend, it's a lifestyle. I like that. And Katrina, would you like to say a word or two?
Good morning. This isn't work?
That works better.
Okay, good morning. Okay, good morning. How do you do this? I'm still sleeping. This is kind of early. Good morning. My name is Katrina Brown. I'm a aerobics instructor here at Kennedy Park. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming out and supporting this program. Please stay and do our classes. They're in the afternoon. We start at 12:30. We have Zumba, we have yoga, we have Afro-aerobics, and cardio fit. Thanks for coming out.
And one other thing I want to mention, we also have an herbalist coming to talk about, what are some of the good herbs to help you on that healthy lifestyle tip. We have Dr. Michelle Reed coming to talk to you about disease prevention and things you can do to avoid having to see her on a regular basis. or actually, you should see her on a regular basis so that you can hear these prevention tips. What else do we have here? We have Dion DeGorville over there. She is our triathlete. So she's going to talk about, yes, you can do a triathlon. I know usually first you're talking about running. You want me to run. Now you want me to do triathlon. That's running, swimming, and biking. You can do it. You can do it. Trust me. And did I hit everything? Oh, we have Angeli Perrin is going to talk to you about healthy eating tips. And it's called New Age Soul Food. Now, if you're like me, when you think of soul food, you think of, grease and fried food. Big hips, a little extra, because all that good, yummy stuff that's not really so good for you. Well, she's going to tell you how you can still have that, but with a healthy twist, and be able to do it on your own. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have Quila's Catering that is going to be providing some lunch for us with little samples of different smoothies and other healthy items. So, like I said, stick around all day. You get a little food, maybe you run a raffle, get a little exercise, meet some people, and have a good day. Hair. How could I forget hair? We also have Cindy, what was her last name? Cindy Ramsey, thank you, from the beauty shop, just give you hair tips. Because that's one of the first things people say, well, if I exercise, my hair is going to sweat out. I can't mess up my do. I just got it done. So she's going to help give you some tips on what you can do to get your hair, make sure your hair stays looking fly and tight and the way we like it to be. All right, so with that said, I think we can move into our schedule. And
that was our introduction. Dear.
And we'll go right into it. And that's starting with Black Girls Run, running for newbies.
Yeah.
You want me to keep this on? You want me to keep Black Girls Run, capris, that we were given because we're ambassadors. We like to rub that in their faces. And but you know, capris are just, you know, 3/4 tights that we usually wear in the fall, spring, and but you do the longer ones for the winter, obviously, because it's cold.
And they have the ones that are fleece lined also. They have the lining in them just to keep you warm. They actually make you hot, but it's good because when you first go outside, your legs get cold. So the fleece lined ones are very good.
And then in the summer, some choose to wear shorts, like biking shorts, and others wear just the regular, like loose shorts, depending on your preference. Some wear the tights and the shorts over it because they don't want people to see their butt, you know, whatever it is. I came to the front just to show. What I have on here, these funny looking socks, are compression socks, and they actually just kind of squeeze your leg a little bit to help improve circulation. And these are, again, our BGR. There's a theme here.
Are those expensive?
Yes, in a way, yes. The compression socks can run from about $15 to $20. You don't need them. I'm a nut because I buy anything that says BGR on it. But you don't. I actually personally don't find a huge benefit in the compression socks. I have a few of them because someone said they were good, so I tried them, and I don't really see a difference.
But they say BGR.
But they say BGR.
And you look good.
But there are compression tights. Those I do think help. I do feel a difference in those because it's compressing your legs more up here, and I do feel a difference, and I feel like I get a little bit of a bounce in the spring, and it helps me keep going. But that's sort of more advanced stuff. Just as far as starting from the beginning, all you need is a pair of, you know.
Good sneakers. Sneakers are key to.
I wasn't getting down there yet, but go ahead.
Oh, that was the last part.
I know, we didn't do the feet. Go ahead.
Yeah, sneakers are very important to avoid injuries, to avoid any kind of aches and pains. Get a pair of really good sneakers, or walking shoes, walking sneakers. We get fit at Runner's Edge.
Runner Stop.
Run and Stop, oh yeah.
In Lynbrook.
What's the name there?
Ellen McGee at Runner's Stop in Lynbrook.
Yeah.
It's on Atlantic Avenue between Merrick and Sunrise in there. And you want to be fitted because depending on whether you have flat feet, a high arch, whether you pronate, meaning if you over pronate, it means you kind of go more on the outside of your heel when you walk or run. If you under pronate, you kind of roll onto the inside. So you want to get sneakers that are going to account for that and keep you on balance.
And whether or not you're going to walk or run.
And yeah, it doesn't matter either way. And if you go to Ellen and you tell her that you're a member of Black Girls Run, she'll get really excited and she'll give you a 20% discount. Okay.
Also, if you're in Suffolk, Runner's Edge in Farmingdale on Main Street, they'll do the same for us.
Yep. I don't know if they'll give us a discount though.
Yeah, they do.
They will? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It always ask. The only thing you can do is say no.
Right. It's 15% there though.
Okay. So running sneakers can be expensive. Generally, they run for about $150 when they come out retail. You can get the discount. What I do actually is I get fitted every now and then just to make sure there are no changes. But I'll go online once I know what brand like. Right now, I wear Asics Cayano, and that's the only thing that works for me so far. So I go online and get like the previous year's model because then it's going to be discounted. $100. And I usually don't pay more than $100. So it's worth it to put the investment in your shoes, if nowhere else, in your shoes, because that can, like she said, keep you from being injured. What else as far as any gear? Oh, I wanted to talk about pricing.
There's a question about the sneakers. How often should you change them to put miles on them?
Excellent. Good question. The rule of thumb is every 300 to 500 miles. So depending on how much you're doing, it's going to vary from anywhere from say 3 months to 6 months. You know, and that's how it is. Some people will buy like a couple of pair and rotate between the two. It's just up to you because you like to kind of match your outfit. And I wanted to mention pricing as far as gear because some of this stuff can get expensive. And I've been running now for about 5 years, so I've accumulated a lot of different gear. But there's no need to pay retail for this stuff. I mean, the top brands are usually Under Armour and Nike. And you know, you go to Marshalls, they usually have stuff on their TJ Maxx. Target is a great spot actually to get gear at good prices. So you want to look at those places. Modell's isn't one of the greater, sometimes they have a good sale, but really Target and Marshalls are, I would say, the key places to go. There's a Nike outlet over in Oceanside where you can get some stuff. But that's it. And so those are sort of the top brands, you know, where you usually can't go wrong. But there's some others that are still just as good. Champion, Fila, what is it, Monet or something like that? That's in Modell's. Yeah. But, you know, so you don't, just starting out, you don't need to break the bank and try to get all the like most high-tech gear, you know. Like you. Yeah. I didn't start out that way, though. But as you do it, you just kind of, you know, if I'm in a store and I see an Under Armour shirt for like $15, I'm grabbing it, and I'm going to grab probably a couple in different colors because that's a really good price for Under Armour. So, you know, look around. Don't blow your pocketbook on gear. You just don't have to. All right. What else do we need to cover?
C25K. You guys want to write that down? It's called C, the letter C, the number 2, the number 5, and then K. It's a free couch to 5K program. It's a 9-week program, and it starts you from sitting on your couch to running a 5K, which is 3.1 miles, in a matter of 9 weeks, 9 to 12 weeks. That's the program we're going to start on April 5th, and we're going to end on June 29th.
So if you go into if you have an iPhone or if you have like one of the Galaxy phones or something like that, just go to your app store.
Any smartphone. And you download that app, and it takes you every week. It gives you, I think it's three workouts a week, and it starts you're walking for 2 minutes, running for 30 seconds, or you know, you'll start out walking for 15 minutes, and then you'll run for 30 seconds. It's a great app for beginners.
So it gradually brings you up. You're doing more walking at the start, and you just little intervals of running, and then gradually you kind of switch over to you end up doing more running than walking. And you know, you get to that moment where you like, I actually ran a full mile, and it's like, wow, I actually ran a full mile. And then you kind of realize like, okay, this is doable. I know right now for some it may seem daunting to talk about 3 miles. I can't even like run a block, but because if you're consistent, you keep doing it, your body gets acclimated. And that's why I want to go into a little about breathing. But before that, on the apps, they're free out there. So you don't have to pay for one of these apps. There'll be some that will be listed that'll cost a few dollars, but you don't have to do that one. Just you can pick one of the free ones.
This one is by Zen, Z-E-N, if you find it on your phone.
Yeah. And I will mention Black Girls Run does have a Walk Before You Run program that with the virtual run that we keep mentioning on June 29th, what it is, it's a virtual 5K, meaning it's not one location where everybody's going to come and do it together. You can do it anywhere. And so it's throughout what we call BGR Nation. On that day, everyone will be doing some kind of 5K somewhere and having completed that program. So if you do register for that, you get the whole training program with the Walk Before You Run. So that's one option. If you come out with our group, we have the training program. We'll walk you through it, so you don't actually have to pay to get that training program. The only reason why you would pay for that virtual run is to get the medal. And speaking of medals, you can come up a little later and look at some of the medals. We call it bling. These are some of the medals that we get out here. And this was the first Walk Before You Run 5K medal. So you get one of these. If you don't pay for it, sign up and register for the program, then you don't get the medal. But you can still participate and get the benefit. The true benefit is being able to run the 3 miles.
Right.
What'd you say?
It was $20, I think, to register.
Yeah, like $20 or $25 is the usually the going rate. So I sidetracked, and I want to come back to breathing. When you first start off, your breathing is going to be a little labored because you're not used to doing it. But if you keep doing it, your lungs start to open up, and your body starts to get used to it and get acclimated, and it does take time. But I'm saying that because I don't want you to be discouraged. I mean, you're like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't breathe. It's expected. You keep at it. There's some breathing techniques that we could try to help you with, but it's really, a lot of it is just your own personal body just getting used to running outdoors. Some people have been treadmill runners and they're inside, and it's a whole different story. So there's that. One of the things I always do is I try to breathe. When I realize that I'm breathing too much, if you're like, then you're overexerting yourself.
Slow down.
You should be able to run at a pace and still have a conversation with somebody. So slow down. There's no need to go fast. Especially when these races, you get a medal just for finishing. So you don't need to have to beat anybody. You're still gonna get a medal. And you go home, my little kid goes, "Did you win?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a medal, see?" So, you know, it's really, we try to stress just enjoying the experience. We say your race, your pace, and just finishing. Because that's, you know, the glory is in finishing. It's not, you know, there's only one true winner. So everybody else is a loser anyway. So you just go and have fun and say, "I got a medal." And they get the same medal you get.
Right.
So.
Well, my name is Mama Rose. I first met Sharon. I was going to run Nassau race. Before that, I couldn't even run to the door. So my daughter signed me up for Run Nassau, and I met her at a race, and she said, "Why don't you join this group, Black Girls Run?" I said, "Don't believe it. I never heard of that." Black Girls Run. I had never heard of that. So it's been about 3 years now, and my only goal is, I'm retired, is not to be the last one. I keep looking back to see if anybody behind me. I don't care about running fast. I wear my Black Girls Run because I'm cool. And I don't want to be last. I don't care if it's a kid, who it is. I don't want to be the last one. So that's all I want. So when you come out there and you see me, just cheer me on, because I'm not going to be last.
Right.
I won't be first, I won't be in the middle, but I'm not going to be last. At least I'm out there. And a lot of times they be asking me to hold their keys. I be thinking to myself, I don't want to hold your keys, because I'm out here too. Somebody got to hold my keys. So come on out, join the Black Girls Run. It's a movement, and I've met so many women, fine women in this group. That's how I met Katrina. Dion put it up on Facebook that we go in a Katrina class. I was like, who is that? And that's how I met her. And I go to her class on Tuesday, Monday and Wednesday, and I try to get in there with those girls. I'm retired. I'm talking about 65 now. So y'all better come on out there and let's get this moving. I was overweight when I first retired, 210 pounds. Now I'm 165. I want to see your faces so that we can say we're black. When they say Black Girls Run, I was like, yeah, that's us.
And we kind of have a little bit of a reputation now in the running community as races, because we're out there, we cheer everybody on. We don't just cheer each other, we cheer everybody on. And we try to stick around, wait for that last one that might come through, and we've been at races where we ran with the last one, and so they're still not last. Right? We run them in, and when we stop, right before we get there, like, you go. Right? So they can go across that line, and they've still got somebody behind them. But I want to say, even if you are the last person, you're still not the last person, because you got all those people still in their bed and didn't get up and get out. So you're already ahead of the game anyway. But and later on this afternoon, if you're around later, we're going to hear from some of the other members of the group. Can I just ask those who are in it now to just stand up and wave? So if you have any questions throughout the day, you can always see one of these ladies. You see them, they're wearing their gear. We're very proud of our, we always got our gear on. It was funny, I remember, I was at the Long Island Festival of Races, and I was running, and I heard on the sideline some women running by. She goes, "Oh, they're the Black girls. When they come, it's always a party." And I just started cracking up, But that's, we just try to make it fun, bring the fun, and enjoy it, and cheer each other on. It's a very supportive group. Whatever you're trying to do, we want to be there to support you and help see you through it. And your victory is our victory, and we try to share all of that. So, whether it's weight loss, whether it's just you want to get away from your kids for a little bit, or your husband, or whatever it is, all of the above. We